skips, leaps, been a triple jump for me. This shit hot and it speaks. Go and get up out your seat.
All right, this is 3 fun facts in the field. It only seem right to do for my new song, Autumn Days. The first is kind of just a what about the autumn days in question are in the hook. And I remember when I moved here in 2021, it was in the fall. And I remember there was a distinct day where I was in my apartment and I just started breaking down. I was struggling with jobs. I was struggling to find my place. I had just moved here. I wasn't really sure what was going on in my life and what I was going to do with it. It was post-COVID, and so everything was getting redefined. And I don't know, I just hit a wall one day and I realized that I was running from some problems that it was time to acknowledge going forward. And I did from that moment. And it took some time, don't get me wrong. Things aren't solved overnight, but in writing this song, I reflected on those days in a following autumn and realized, wow, I've come a long way from that low moment. And that message in the hook just kind of serves to be a reminder to myself and hopefully to others who watch it, hopefully to y'all that listen to it, and realize you can climb yourself out of the hole. Just take some realization, some awareness, and some commitment to working on it. Second is this caps off the narrative arc of singles that I put out this year. I put out 5, which I'm pretty happy about, and they did follow a certain arc with the season, starting with Troubadour, through White Lotus Flows, Hieroglyphs, Had Enough, and now Autumn Days. And if you go back and listen, the narrative is for the character throughout these songs is not exactly me, of course, references off my life, but the narrative arc is following someone who started solo and came into town and was jaded in those solo times, you know, contemplative, but accepting that maybe loneliness and being alone was their fate. And then as you follow the rest of the songs that followed the seasons, White Lotus Flows is about rebirth, and Hieroglyphs is about fun with your friends, and Had Enough is about not taking bullshit anymore and moving forward. And then now you've got Autumn Days, where I'm back as a solo track, but the narrative has come full circle. The perspective has come full circle, or flipped on its head, I should say, where the alone times aren't lonely. They're reflective and they're appreciative. They're gracious for all the moments spent with good people, in this case, good features as well, that helped me change my outlook on life in a very, very positive way. And then third is my favorite line of the song, which is, it might turn you green like you Piccolo. And for all those that know, that's a quick reference to Dragon Ball Z. Piccolo is an established character of the franchise. I always love doing this one live and throwing that line out there because you never know who's a fan. And so when I see it click on people's faces in the crowd, I'm like, yeah, you know what we doing. Anime time, baby. It's manga time. But even within the song, in that sequence of lines, it's essentially describing that this game and this life in general is tough. It's hard. And without the proper support systems or teams or people around you and outlets and ways to express yourself, you end up falling into feelings of jealousy and greed and envy and just being sick in general in all types of ways. And that's usually represented by the color green in art a lot. So I thought, okay, yeah, that'd be a quick little cool reference to Piccolo while also describing these bigger ideas that I hope people can relate to. And that's 3 fun facts in the field, Autumn Days edition. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Go listen to Autumn Days, and I appreciate y'all.
All them tears out, cause we happy as can be. Friends and family been surrounding me. The view the clearest it's been. Wow, I remember those autumn days when once it felt I lost control. Was breaking down all the way. I ran but ain't had none to go. So I gotta turn and face my problems for addressing now.